morning from our another incredibly scenic camp spot. Right here in this little saddle. Kind of right next to the trail. A couple other people here last night. One guy, you can barely see his tent in the distance. Didn't even notice it when we hiked in here last night. And then there were a couple people over there just across the saddle. Talked to a guy this morning who's up here with his horses and lost his Garmin and needed help getting a message out. So we spent a little time doing that, which was fine. Always nice to help someone out here. It was windy last night. Not when we got here, thankfully, but sometime in the middle of the night, and the wind kicked up, and so kind of got a lot of dust in our tent, which is a bummer. I don't know. It's been worse, but it's never pleasant. So yeah, there's a pretty stiff breeze, but sunny. Seems a lot less cloudy than the past couple days. That's awesome. Really beautiful walk getting in here last night. Kind of a nice evening stroll. The trail sort of takes a high route, kind of starting from that saddle in the distance and contours around the hillside over here. Anyway, super pretty, beautiful sunset. Cold. We slept in our fleeces and down jackets and stuff last night, but very scenic. So we're just gonna pack up the tent and get going up that hill. Dropped way down into this valley, about ready to hit the valley floor and keep walking. I think maybe that ridge up there is our next climb up. Not sure though, could be behind that. Trying to figure out where to go. I'm doing this funny zigzag thing through this really expansive valley floor, and can't really see the trail except for the ways in front of you, but there are these markers, so we'll follow them. I think the goal is to get across this. Pretty nice walking. There are two moose standing right there. Mom and a calf. And I kind of just stepped off trail because the trail goes kind of close to them, I think. So, not sure how I'm going to get around those guys, but don't want to get too close. Well, I walked around the moose as much as I could into the forest, and they were watching me, just kind of standing there. And then at some point, the baby just takes off. I don't know, decided I was bored, better things to do. We weren't that interesting anymore. I don't know. And then the mom was like, well, I guess I better go chase after that kid. So they took off. We continued on the trail, and now we're walking up this valley, which is nice. We also passed by, right before the moose, a guy who was hiking out today from a 3-day backpack trip. He had a bunch of extra food, which he offered to us, and that was super nice. So I've got some candy bars, cashews, chocolate chip granola bars. Yum. He had hiked the Colorado Trail last year. So we talked about that for a while. Lives in Santa Fe. Anyway, nice guy. Cool to talk to some other people. And then our third social encounter of the day was about a mile after camp. We talked to a guy who we talked to last night. Just chatting. He's out here for a couple days. Super nice. Lives in Crete in the summer. Anyway, it's a very social day. But now we're all alone walking up this valley. Good morning. Bright and sunny today, or right now anyway. Relatively calm. Don't see any clouds in the sky. Yesterday it was pretty windy. The clouds came in later. We both were really cold those last couple hours climbing up and over these ridges, but we got to this beautiful place and made the morning coffee, and I am more than halfway through my new book, which I'm really enjoying. Thanks again, Suzanne. Had to cut myself off at least one night because it's kind of a thriller page turner that I had trouble stopping reading, but I needed to get some sleep. Sleep is important because these days are tough. They're challenging. These mountains, we're in the San Juans, and a lot of up and down every day. A lot of some of the trails rough. A lot of it's okay, but some challenges there. There's actually a little lake. It's hard to see in the video, but just right out the window there, which I totally missed coming in here last night because it was just barely a little bit of daylight left when we got to this campsite. So I was really focused on finding where the water was, which is not there. There's a stream a little closer by, and trying to find a campsite, and we were cold. So we didn't even notice that lake, but there it is, very pretty. So we're trying to recover, eat some breakfast, and think about our day ahead, which is going to be a lot like yesterday, I think, in terms of the ups and downs and the beauty. These are beautiful places we visit, but not without, you gotta earn it, I guess, to be up here. So anyway, that was a little recap of our night and our morning, and we'll get started not really soon, but in a little bit. This is the next valley over from where we camped. The wow factor continues. So some more lovely little lakes in the distance. There's this one, which probably is a lake earlier in the season. And got all this. We were commenting a few minutes ago just how green it is here. Yeah, again, surprising for this late in the season. Although you can see a little bit of brownish, reddish, things kind of starting to turn, but very lush almost up here. These purple flowers really like it here. Land of the purple flowers. Been seeing them for, I don't know, the past couple days. And they're just doing really well. They kind of the more dominant ones out here. They've got this kind of stripy thing going on the side before they open. Lovely. I think I said a while ago that I like these willows, which is true, but I like them from a distance. I like them a lot less when you have to push your way through them. Oof. A little bit overgrown here. There's a lot of this kind of rock out here. I don't know what it is. It's in a lot of this green lichen, green, some gray and orange, but mostly green up here. And I don't know, this different kind of rock, or just the same kind, but it's been more weathered. Anyway, there's a lot of that up here. Kind of walking through these rocky fields with a lot of small alpine plants. And that's our trail. Nice conditions. Trail's hard, especially the part getting from our low point up here. Really just, it's, walking on that kind of stuff. So, not terrible. We're on this long, pretty high traversing trail. You can just see Dustin up there about ready to come into the sunlight. He's like right on the edge of the sun and the shadow. But really, the valley floor is way down there. This is pretty steep, but really cool. And there's the lakes we were looking down on before. So we're kind of just going through this valley, taking the high route. Oh, this is interesting rock. It's kind of almost purpley. There's white flecks in it. Has these sort of planar cleavage patterns. Interesting. Ooh, this is some good ridge walking. This is a really cool ridge. We're just walking along.